Hey Strike Eagle pilots. This video is going to be 4 quick tips no one told you about in the DCS Razbam F-15E. Unless you're a nerd, in which case you probably already know of them, but watch the video anyway. First tip is going to be using long-range bore sight to burn through jammers. As you can see, we have a jamming target out in the distance in front of us, so go ahead and try and lock his jammer up, STT. As you can see, we have the jamming symbology show up on the radar scope and no burn through. What we can do now is use long-range bore sight to force burn through. So I'd recommend putting the target pretty much center on the HUD, and then auto acquisition press to reject the target, and then auto acquisition forward long to go into long-range bore sight, and put the bore sight circle over where the target last was. As you can see, we have a good lock and burn through. If we go ahead and flush out and try and lock his jammer up again in STT, as you can see, we have the jammer and no burn through. However, again, we can auto acquisition press and auto acquisition forward long to go into long range bore sight, put the circle over the target, and we have forced burn through. Second tip is going to be Wizzo Expand. So the Wizzo has a special expand mode function with the air-to-ground radar, where you can blow up the image on a 6-7 map even further. It doesn't give you a new map, but it will allow you to break the targets out a little bit easier if you need to. So we have 2 aircraft on the ramp, which took a 6-7. Just waiting for the map to complete. Yep, so we got 2 aircraft here. See them relatively easily just for the purpose of demonstration. We can adjust the gain onto frozen, but if you really wanted to blow it up, you can, with the map frozen, you can half action trigger and TDC press in the back seat, and it will blow the image up a little bit more further, so you can sort of break stuff out a little bit easier. Jump back out, just quickly freeze and unfreeze, and it goes back out. If you want to go back into it, half action trigger, TDC press, and you can zoom in a little bit. This feature is only available to the Wizzo, so if you want to use it as a pilot as a single ship, you will have to jump into the back seat and do it from the back seat. It will display in the front seat though. So if you jump to the front seat, bring up the air-to-ground radar, it is still displaying a blown up image. You just cannot get into it from the front seat. Third tip is going to be dual target track. Dual target track is a sub-mode of TWS, or track while scan, and to get into it you can be in any of the TWS or TWS sub-modes. So we have 2 targets out in front of us. Go ahead and designate, I'm going to designate track while scan on 1. For this example we'll go into high data rate, but you can use any TWS sub-mode. What we'll do now is on the secondary designated target we will TDC long press. Now we're in dual target track. You can see it, mini rasters at the bottom of the scope here between the 2 targets, and to switch between them you can coolie up short to cycle. Dual target track is good for tracking 2 targets widely spaced in azimuth and elevation. Tip number 4. Have you ever been tired of being told to pull up?
Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up.
Well, I got the solution for you. On the main menu button on the UFC, press menu once until you see GCWS, or ground collision warning system, and press it 3 times until you have it set to off. And then Betty cannot tell you what to do, because you're an independent pilot and you don't need Betty to tell you what to do.